Hello, everyone. It's your boy The Berg here, bringing you episode 6 of Inside the Mind, stopping that freaking overused have bad toss. So, we're going to discuss a few things I picked up since I bought this game in late December and started realizing that everyone likes to spam their have bad toss like crazy. All right, so um, there are, like I always say, multiple ways to skin a Heli Machado. Shout out to Heli. Um, but definitely, just to give you an idea on how to, a few ways on how to stop the half back toss out of your basic defensive sets. Okay. All right. So we're gonna go to resume. All right. Actually, let's go to choose new play. So you guys can actually see the pick to play. So the Carolina Panthers have a 4-3 playbook. So we're gonna go 4-3. All right. So the idea to start the toss is you need to do one of two things. You either need to know first. You need to know it's coming. That's before you do those two things. You need to know whether or not it's coming. All right, and to know whether or not it's coming, you kind of got to get a feel for your opponent and know what sets they like to run out because people are going to usually run a toss out of the same formation over and over again. They're not going to run a toss out of multiple different formations. If they do, you're going to see the ones they like to run it out of, and eventually you'll know it's coming. But that's the first thing you need to know. Recognize when it's coming because you can't prepare for it if you don't know it's coming. And the best way to know if it's coming is to wait until they pick the play and see what type of personnel they're going to have out there. That's the best thing I can tell you. But here's a way that if you don't want to wait until they pick the play, you can at least set yourself in position to where you have an idea that is the down and distance that they most likely going to run the toss in. All right. So let's go with 4-3. All right. So the best play I love to stop any type of outside run, pitch, sweep, toss is wide 9. Reason being, you'll see. All right. So they have very good blitz here to stop it. All right. Out of 4-3, wide 9. All right. You pick the Sam Blitz 3. Okay. It's a zone blitz, cover 3 zone blitz. That's what it is. Okay. You go to play tight here. Let's go to pitch. Alright, so we're going to run the halfback toss out of single bat ace close because everyone loves running the halfback toss out of single bat ace close. Alright, why? Because it's uniform, so you can take it to the left or right. That's why people like running it out of single back ace close. Okay, you have a tight end on each side, you have a wide out on each side. Alright, so that's the reason why people love running the toss out of there. So let's see how it looks with the wide 9, the 4-3 wide 9, with no adjustments made. I'll be playing as the offense. See if I can get past the defense, base defense set. Look at that. Base defense stops it when you run to the strong side of the play. So when you run without hot routing to the left or right. Okay, so let's see what happens when we just hot right to the left with the base defense. Because everyone loves running. Stops it, both sides. So if they're coming right out in the personnel, so the personnel keys that we want to pay attention to are 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts, and one halfback. Most likely they're in a single back ace, and they get ready to hit you up with that toss. All right, because they like to run it from either side. Why? Because it's, like I said before, a uniform for formation. All right, you don't know if it's coming left, right, or if they're gonna hit you with the dive. All right. But we're talking about halfback toss, so a lot of people they'll be like, okay. Because if you cheat, let's see here. Let's see. If you cheat over to the right, right? And he's stubborn and he wants to run it still to the right. You're still going to stuff it. I'm trying to run out there, but guy, you're still going to stuff it. But if you cheat over to the right with the wide 9 and you flip it to the left side, same results. That's why if you have the 4-3, you pick wide 9, it will shut that toss down regardless. Okay, even if you cheat, your linebacker is over to one side a little more. Okay, still you don't have to do any other adjustments. Let's flip the play to the left and see if we can still get the penetration. Still getting penetration. That's Jared McKinnon with 93 speed. That's why I put him back there instead of Adrian Peterson. Okay. 1 second. Sorry for the brief pause there, guys. My wife was telling me I was a little bit too loud. So, it's no worries. We're getting ready to wrap this up. It's pretty late where I'm at. It's 11:30 right now. And she just got off shift at the hospital, so she's trying to go to bed. But we got about 5 minutes, and we'll wrap this up. So, Y9 4-3. That's the best play. So let's see what happens if you don't come out in 4-3 Y9. How can you stop this play? Let's say you're in a base 4-3 because you like running a base 4-3, and you're in a zone. Same play, because it's like the holy grail of the toss. Think about ace close. Let's see what happens with no adjustments on the defense.
Get ready! White Knight! Tiger! Tiger! Hey!
0 adjustments made.
Set! White 90! White 90! Set! Get ready! White 90! White 90! 2 jet! 2 jet!
Same results as the Y9.
White 80!
So let's check a different toss. One where we get an auto motion going. And we got a little more lead blockers out there. Formation. Y9.
Let's go! White 80!
Cover 3 sky.
White 80! Set!
Same result. Nearly. Kai One Sharp nearly got back there. So we had penetration, just gotta wrap him up.
Let's go! Blue 58!
Like any other defense,
Blue 58!
it's not gonna work every time, but we saw it's highly successful.
Tiger! 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 Forward! Let's go! Forward! Blue 58! Blue. Set!
And that's with 0 shifts on the defense.
Set! White 90!
All right.
White 90!
So the rule of thumb is another opportunity for you to do something in a set where, let's go change play. Let's say you don't want to let him know. Pitch. We're gonna run that quick pitch. Single back. You're running 4-3, bases stack, cover 3 sky press,
Get
okay?
ready! White 80! White 80!
What you can do is, don't take this far guy if you want to try to make a play on the thing, because he's going to get double teamed. What you need to do is edge rush, pick the next closest person in, so don't take the furthest out lineman, take the next closest lineman in to on the strong side of the play that you think is going, all right? And when the ball gets snapped, it's hard to do with 2 controls. I wish I had a computer doing it. It's a little difficult because I have to switch back so the timing's off. Let's see if I can get this timing down with 2 controllers. So you edge rush, because you don't want to let him know that you're keying in on him, all right? Because you don't want him auto out of there, all right? There we go. I was able to switch the controllers fast enough. So you want to, as soon as that ball snap, you want to get that lineman over to the strong side play. Use whatever block shedding move they have. So if it's power move is the best one to use, you use that one and you press it in a direction. So you just, as soon as the ball snap, you're moving that lineman with their best defensive block shedding move in the direction of the play. Okay, that's the way to where if you're not in a wide set, you can still get pressure in the backfield on those tosses. So let's see it again. It's gonna be harder to try to time this again with 2 controls. There you go. Alright, so let's switch to nickel. Let's play a basic man defense. Alright. Same thing. Oop. Pick a pitch. Let's do quick toss.
Set. 180. 180.
Passing defenses. Let's see how base fourth nickel works against it. Shooting the gap. Pass defenses,
180.
to be honest, have the best success against toss. Why? Because typically your guys are already spread out because they're in the pass defense. So
Hey. Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
gotta lose that time a little bit.
Get ready. Blue 58. Blue 58.
So let's say you see it coming. Take the guy who's least talented. So you got Keek lined up against the fullback. Most likely the fullback's not gonna run a route. So, but it's Keekly. So you got 5 against at least the 6 to 7 blockers they might have on this play. And let's see what kind of success we get now out of the nickel base man.
Hey.
Stuffed.
Get ready.
That's what happens
190.
when we edge rush
190.
out of the nickel.
Set. Get ready.
So if you're seeing a trend here,
180.
if you find yourself in a situation where you're like, I don't want to give up too much of my pass defense on a possible toss, the safest way to go about doing this, if you think it's a toss, is
Two jet.
edge rush.
Two jet.
And send 1 extra guy.
Set. Get ready. Blue 58. Blue.
But your golden go-to play in a situation when you know they're gonna run that toss is always remember out of the 4-3, it's the 4-3 wide. Okay. Out of the nickel, you can run any zone blitz because zone blitz has a very good success against the pitch. It just does. I don't exactly understand why. Typically, it seems like it's good at forcing double teams because usually with the zone blitz schemes that you have, somebody's close to the line of scrimmage, even though they're going to drop back in the zone. So what happens is if someone is running a running play, that guy who would be dropping back in zone is probably going to get picked up on the block, which is fine because it frees up the people that you already got blitzing to get to the ball carrier. So running a zone blitz is very successful against a toss because if they don't run the toss, guess what's going to happen? The guy who's dropping back in the zone, he's just going to drop back in the zone. But if they are running in the toss, he's going to get picked up in the block. But guess what? You still got those other 5 guys who are blitzing because they were assigned to do so coming for the ball carrier. So that's an important thing to remember. Let's see how this looks out of 4-3. Flip sides a little bit here. Let's run a random play.
Set. White 90. White 90. Hey.
Okay. Dang it. I thought it had a 3-4. I picked for them. Essentially, it stays the same on 3-4. So when you're in 3-4, the only difference is, let's give you an example real quick. For 3-4. Give you an example of the perfect play in 3-4. for stopping the halfback toss when you know it's coming. This time we won't have the computer. Man, it takes forever. All right, so all right, guys. Now I'm going to show you the last probably go-to play out of the 3-4 playbook since we had to make a little switcheroo here. So probably the best one I can say. You can either go with nickel ride or just basic nickel wheel. Okay. Sam Will Blitz. Let's see. Play tight. Pitch. We'll have the computer run a regular halfback toss. Let's see how it looks with base. That's 0 adjustments, right? So you take this lineman, crash right. Alright guys, so here's your 3-4 tutorial real quick for stopping the halfback toss. Once again, we're going to run a zone blitz. As I was saying before, it seems to have the best success against the halfback toss. Running out of go-to single back ace close again. Let's see what we get. As I was saying before, zone blitzes. That's me not using anybody. I'm not doing anything. That's computer running everything. I'm gonna play with the safety. I'm not gonna do anything. And you get so much block shares of that. So let's have him flip it. So let's see what luck we get when the players flip. Got over. Sam Mike. 3. Play type. Pitch.
Let's go. White 90. White 90. Hey.
Once again, another double-sided play.
Let's go. White 80. White 80. Hey.
That time he got smacked rude. But typically, even though there's no blitz coming on that side, you can still get block sheds.
Get ready.
And if he's not getting off like he is, it's an easy remedy. And he's blowing him up. You
Get
see?
ready. White 90.
Edge rushing.
Get ready.
So that's when you flip it.
White 80.
Burst like a charm. So the downside to the 3-4 set one out of the base defense is it's not dual sided like the one out of the wide 3. Okay. But
Let's go. Blue
what you can
58.
do
Blue 58.
is just that take the weak side player
Set. White 90. White 90.
and send them. That's all you got to do. You see how much it changed when you actually use it as D lineman?
Set.
So let's say you say, okay, I think he might run it right, but just in case, I'm going to use it on the weak side of the play. They'll take up blockers. Okay? So it will work to help you, give you a little more diversity.
White
Okay?
90.
Edge rush. All you got to do is switch over. Anything you need to do.
Set. White 80. White 80.
All right, guys, that's all I got.
Let's go. White 80.
Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it helps some of you guys with some just base approaches to doing it. Just remember, wider the better your sets are. Edge rush also helps. Zone blitzing also helps. Those 3 things are big keys to stopping the halfback toss. Edge rush, wide defensive sets where your linemen are spread out. Base linemen, because it seems to affect it if you actually spread your linemen. They get picked up and suctioned in, so they need to be, their base alignment needs to be already spread out. Zone blitzes, and then lastly,